Hello, everybody. My name is Luis Vargas Aboite, and on behalf of the anatomy team here, we want to welcome you all to the MSOM Virtual Anatomy Lab. I'll try to keep my head still to record this as much as or as stable as I can, but I'm so excited to see you all. I'm recording this from the inside of the lab. When you enter the lab, it's going to be this space between the library and the elevators. The room number is 2200, so 2200. The first entrance by the elevators and the library is on this side, and the entrance for the TBL room, between the TBL room and the gym, is going to be on this entrance. So, whichever side you choose to enter through is okay with me. We'll leave the doors open as well as prop them so you know where to go. And this is going to be your space with TVs, with your pods outlined. And in this video, I'm going to go over the setup. So when you come into lab, you're prepared, you know where to go and how to do some of the basic things for the device itself. So the first thing I want to go over is the Quest device. These are the MetaQuest 3. I'll go over some of the buttons of it in a little bit, but I first want to go over where you will be sitting and how you'll locate your device. So we'll provide you with your seating arrangements soon. You'll be in your tables with your group. Your group will follow you into your pods, and you'll have all of that information before your lab session. You'll locate the cart that has your name. We will do our best to assign you a device as soon as we can, but you will look for your name, the number of your device, and then try your best to remember the cart and what side it's on. We'll have some numbers here to help you kind of figure out kind of where your device is. If you forget maybe the cart and you remember your 6, you can always look for this side and open the cart and get your device out. So the carts will stay in that position throughout the year. So you'll have to get up and go to your cart and get your device ready. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So usually we leave these closed. When they're open, you'll press this button here, twist, and then we'll try to prop this open if we can, if it's not in the way of the screens there. But you'll see that your device is plugged in. You'll press this down and pull it off. And I like to take off my face cover so I can clean it after and before lab. You'll put this here and then you'll put on your device. I'll go more over the functions in a later video, but this is going to showing you where your device goes, making sure you're putting it in the right place, and that it's charging and ready for the next session. You have controllers. We like to use hands-free movement in labs, so try to refrain from your controllers unless you need them, but we won't have batteries to provide you with if they die. So keep that in mind if you really want to use controllers. So saw how I put that device back in. Again, I'm moving this down, letting it sit there. I don't want it to sit like this because it doesn't really have any good grip. I prefer you press this down, then have it sit like that. So if we move these, it's stable and it's not going to fall over. Make sure that the number of your device matches the number you're placing it on, pressing that down, and then every time you connect this, making sure you're getting some sort of indicator light. That's telling me that your device is charging. It'll go away eventually, but as long as that light is on, you're good to go. Put your stuff down, and then I will worry about closing this. You don't have to close this. We also have caddies here. It has a microfiber towel and alcohol wipes. This is only for the face cover or the headset, not any lens. For any lenses, use those microfiber towels. So with that being said, that is how you access your device in our new lab space. I'm going to go over some charging locations, some cleaning procedures, and then some really light lab expectations. So no food or drinks in this lab. Wearing your white coat is very important. And then laptops are only going to be used during assessment quizzes. So the apps or the rats are the only times we want you to be on your laptop. When you're in your headset, we want you to be immersed in the headset unless you have an application that follows it. Okay, so here are the clean boxes. This is what we use to clean our devices. Once you've already used this to clean the lens, make sure that's clean on these, the cameras, the lens, and the sensor. You'll take a alcohol wipe. I prefer to remove the whole silicone face mask just because it's easier to clean and you don't risk getting alcohol on the lens. So if you wear a lot of makeup like myself, you might need a couple, but if not, one clean is sufficient. But try to keep this as clean as possible so that it doesn't bleed into the face mask there. Once you're done with that, letting it dry, you can place these into a clean box. So you'll either open this here or here. Like we do with the carts, you'll pull this down and let it sit right there. You can do it the other way too if you want. Whatever way makes the most sense for you and your device. Just make sure that's nice and stable. Then you'll close this. Hopefully your teammate will be with you here. And then you'll press this button. This will take about 60 seconds for it to clean any residue. You'll let that kind of go. What I like to do is I'll put that headset in first while I make sure that my face mold is nice and clean. So the charging stations are going to be all around the lab. We'll have the carts numbered like this one. This one here will get a sheet too, so that you can access your cart, remember the cart you're in, and then we have a list of all the students with their assigned device. So you will be assigned one device for the full academic year. If you're a first year, it'll be the same device moving forward. That will be your device, your responsibility. Please do not take any other student's device. It's important that you use your own device for lab sessions. And the last part I want to go over is a little bit of the anatomy of the device before we get into it into more detail. So you can see the portion at the top connected is going to be your external headpiece. It's going to have an extra battery so that the device will last longer. Your power buttons here, some sensors, your IPD. We will provide you with an app recommendation so you can measure that for yourself. The volume here, and then on this side, on the left side, you have your port to the main Quest computer. You can see here that we have you charge it here because this is the external battery that will move power to the main headset. So when you do videos and export, you'll have to use this port, but when you're charging it, unless the device is fully dead, you will most likely be using this port here. This dial here will help you adjust, and we'll go into more of that in another video, but this is kind of some of the main components of the Quest, with the power button being here, and we'll go over how to turn it on, the head strap that'll adjust to your head size, because we want this on your head level, not like this or not like that. So that's all for the introductory video. I hope it covered most of what your first experience will be like. Please enjoy the rest of the videos so that you can get more accustomed to this device and the software for the MSOM Virtual Anatomy Lab. I'll see you all soon.